Do you actually understand what you're doing when you're reaching out to suppliers? Because way too many people I talk to, it's like they contact these suppliers with a sense of hope, okay, and a sense of like it's going to be down to luck as like whether they acquire these accounts or not. Now, if you are approaching your business like that, your Amazon FBA wholesale business, that is not going to work. You cannot go into these phone calls, into these meetings, right, thinking, I hope I get this account. I hope I can somehow swindle my way or fluke my way into these products and prices, right? You're going to be costing yourself so much money, right? If you just knew exactly how to approach these phone calls, how to approach these companies without lying, you're going to make money that obviously you would never have made before because you're going to get slapped to the side, right? Whereby if you're trying to fluke your way on these phone calls, trying to get an account open like by luck, by chance, that's not business, right? Like, this sounds so silly, but like, you need to know what you guys do. You need to know what your company does, how you can offer the companies you're literally contacting value to get these accounts open. That's what the whole account opening process is. It's whereby these suppliers will evaluate your application, evaluate what you're saying, be like, you know what? Can this company actually offer us some decent business over the long term and give us some good consistent revenue? If you're there trying to chance your way through saying, I supply brick and mortar stores in my local area, I'm sorry, but you are just costing yourself stupid amounts of money. Because those accounts that you get rejected from are the accounts that everyone I work with and everyone I help and I get accepted, like everyone like who knows what they're doing will get these accounts open. Now this is where the catch-22 comes into play, where it's like those accounts that no one can get open are the best accounts. It's as simple as that. Like, I've had some accounts that's taken me 6 months to get open. Okay, now at the same time, you've got to understand this game, right? It's the higher barrier to entry, the harder it is to acquire said products, said prices, the more consistently profitable your business is going to be. Okay, now how can we increase the amount of accounts we get open, and how can we handle object as many accounts as we can? Because you've got to understand, the more objection handling we can do, the more money we're going to make, because then that means the more products and prices we're going to get access to that no one else will. So how can we do that? The only way in which you can handle objections in your Amazon business is by understanding what your company does and how you can listen to objections and use your market and use your business to offer them value in return. But if you're tiptoeing around supplying brick and mortar stores, how on earth are you going to be able to handle objection? If you don't actually know what selling on Amazon means for your business, if you don't actually know your value propositions, how on earth are you going to handle objection? When a supplier says, what about this? Like, I don't know if that would work for us. How on earth are you going to go and say, no, we can do this for you. We can do this for you. We can give you revenue in this way. We won't affect your current accounts because of this. Now, if you can't do that, you're not going to get any of these accounts open, which are actually make you consistent money. So when people say Amazon FBA wholesale is saturated, that's because you're doing it to such like a stupidly low, dumbed down level. Obviously, it's going to be saturated if you don't know how to get accounts open that will give you consistent profits. It's as simple as that. Now, it's so funny because that's where the money is. The money is contacting and working with companies no one else will get access to. Contacting, working with these higher barrier to entry companies whereby you have to have the ability to handle objection. But if you don't know how to handle objection because you don't know what your value add is, right? If you don't know how your company can be valuable for these accounts or to these accounts, then you're not going to ever make consistent profits when you're selling on Amazon doing wholesale. Because you're never, ever going to be able to acquire products and prices no one else will, because you're doing what everyone else is. Okay? Now, in this game, if you're doing what everyone else is, it's going to be saturated, surprise, surprise. If you're doing what no one else is doing, you're going to make money no one else is going to make. And it's nothing mythical to do what no one else is doing in this case. It's nothing like, it's not like you're finding loopholes or being mischievous. No, you're just approaching business like as a distributor, but just in the e-commerce world, like a distributor would in the retail world. Sorry, in the actual physical world, whereby the supply chain goes down, whereby the products are down the normal supply chain. You're just doing it in the Amazon world, but the problem is no one understands how valuable they can be, how to approach these companies, what it actually means to go in business with one of these brands, distributors or wholesalers. They don't understand. Like, if you understand exactly what these guys want, that's how you're gonna get these accounts. Just understand what these guys want and offer them exactly what they want. And by selling on Amazon, surprise, surprise, guess what? You can offer them exactly what they want and don't detriment their current accounts. Now, I don't want to give away too much because all that stuff I give away, obviously, for my academy members, which I literally tell how to handle objection and get these accounts open, which no one else will get, which is why they make consistent profits. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's because they're doing things no one else is doing. They're doing things that these suppliers and wholesalers and distributors and brands want to work with. They want to work with my students that work, like they want to work with my students that know exactly what they're doing. Okay, and understand how valuable they can be for these companies, right? So when my students reach out to these brands and suppliers and wholesalers and distributors, they're like, the way they position themselves is like, look, we can do this, this, and this, and this for you without affecting this and this. We can do this for you. Look at this piece of data. We can do this for you, right? We can do all this for you. Let's get that account and do some consistent business, right? Let's do it. So it's like, when my students reach out to these companies, it's like these guys, which they're reaching out to, would be very, very silly not to work with them. And this is what's great for me to see when they send me a WhatsApp or they'll call me or they'll send me a message like, hey, like everyone's just fine with us. Like everyone was first like, they didn't want to work with us. Now we've got this account open, access this product. This product's going to do us 10 grand a month in revenue, which we know no one else can get access to because they reject all these other sellers and they don't work with sellers except for us, right? But it's this understanding and getting these accounts that no one else will by approaching it in a way it's essentially understanding what you do, right? Understanding how valuable you can be, understanding how you can handle these objections. That's going to give you this money consistently. Okay. Now, if you want to get these results like my students, if you want to know this, it's just information that I've acquired, right? As a result of having meetings with so many account reps in person, talking to them, developing really good relationships with them, understanding how they work, what they want. I just tell you exactly what they want. And lo and behold, being Amazon sellers, we can literally fit the mold perfectly. Okay. If you want to access that information, link below to see if you'd be a good fit for my program. Okay. Now, if you like the video. If you got any questions, comments down below. If you're new here, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.